Hey guys, a little something different this time on the video. This time I'm going to show you a figure I just got in the mail. I actually found this company called HiTech Miniatures, and they had some pretty interesting figures, so I figured I'd pick some of them up and take a look and see if they were as impressive as they looked online. Now the first one I got was this one here called the Hell Cruiser Arcturus. Now this is in the 28mm range. So, that fits in with the Warhammer 40K range. However, this guy is about 100 mil tall. I think that comes out to about 4 inches. But just to show you what this guy looks like, it's a fairly impressive figure. And here he is. Now, just to give you an idea of how he relates to a Warhammer figure, here's a little the Corn Berserker I've had around for ages, and so you can see the size difference. I guess in the Warhammer world he probably is about as tall as the Grey Knight's what's that new the walker they have, the Dread Walker, name escapes me off the top of my head, but it's probably about the Dread Knight. My guess is he's probably about that tall. I actually have a Dread Knight, haven't unboxed him or anything, so I can't really do a good comparison. But I'm pretty impressed with the figure. There's a couple of pros and cons about this. Zoom in, show you some of the detail. Now I guess I'm not sure what the story is of this guy, and again, this is all just loosely put together right now, so the head's not down or anything, but I'm guessing this is kind of like the Dreadwalker, where this is a mechanical suit, and it's got some pretty impressive armament on it there. Now, the detail, like I said, the detail looks pretty good overall. Not too much cleanup I have to do. Nice little out of focus, let's focus in. There's a little demon there in the torso and some skulls and faces. Turn around here, he's got some writing on there. I guess it's kind of a pseudo-Latin. Not really sure what that says. But again, a pretty overall impressive figure. Again, it's fairly clean. So again, overall, I like it. Now, just some of the, if anybody's interested in getting this, just go over some of the kind of pros and cons. Now, when this comes, it comes in several pieces. I can actually break it down. This is heavily magnetized, so I'll just show you the actual pieces it comes in, and what I liked and didn't like about the setup. I probably should have done the actual unboxing on here just to kind of show you, but we'll just kind of walk through it. And these are kind of all the pieces you get here. And now again, I did all the magnetization, I can't speak tonight, all the magnetization on here. Probably could have just glued it all together, but I like dealing with doing the magnets and stuff, just so we can do different articulation on the joints. Now the resin this uses is a pretty it's different than the GW resin, but it's a pretty heavy duty resin, and it does well with drilling out for the magnets and stuff. Didn't have any problems with that. The real big issue I had with this is you'll notice these joints here, they're kind of ball joints, but on the actual bottom of these pieces here, I had to drill the recess in there. This is actually just flat, so you're expected to do, I guess, some work on this to get it to look the way. I guess the other thing I could have done is I probably could have just filed down the ball flat on there if I wasn't so intent on magnetizing, but not a big deal, but just a little more work than you'd probably be used to in some of the other models you may get from GW or others. This, I guess, is a kind of the equivalent of a bolter. And then on the other side, you have the chain gun here, or auto cannon, whatever you want to call it. And again, just magnetized, so if I want to switch the arms, the weapons, or what have you, you have that option. So I'm going to put the head in there, and he's got a halo here somewhere that I've got to, that goes on his head as well. I should turn it around. But overall, I think it's a pretty decent figure for a company I wasn't familiar with. I'm not sure if anybody else out there has ever heard of them or done anything, any of their figures. I'm actually looking forward to painting this. Fortunately, I will be out of town again for another week or two, and won't have a chance to get back to him or do any more posts on this guy for a while. But hopefully I'll once I get him primed up. Actually, the face, if we can zoom in here and not lose it, the face is actually pretty well detailed. And there's a little bit of cleanup, not too much on the model, but overall I'm very happy with this model. Really look forward to painting it. Don't know if I'm gonna go with the scheme like in the picture, or maybe actually use this as a stand-in for a Grey Knight's Dread Knight, painted up in their colors. Not really sure, still thinking about it. If you have any thoughts, be happy to see what you guys think, how you would paint it, or what your approach would be to this. And the one other thing I will say is and I'll be doing other reviews for some of the other parts I got, but none of the HiTech stuff from this particular vendor, none of it comes with instructions on putting it together. I mean, it's not that complicated to figure out, but there were a couple of times where I was kind of scratching my head and trying to figure out exactly the best way to do something. So there are no instructions on putting these together. Again, I think if you've done models before, you'll be able to figure it out pretty quickly, but that was kind of a surprise that was missing. But that's about it. Anyway, please put any comments down below, questions. Please rate, and if you've had any experience with these, or if you've used any of these models or painted them, I'd like to hear that as well. So take care.